The creature that stopped my truck at midnight. A Skinwalker encounter. There are things in this world, hiding in plain sight, that your mind just isn't built to accept. Things that look almost right, sound almost familiar, but are just wrong. Deeply, terribly wrong. You've probably heard the stories, right? Whispers of creatures that can wear the skins of animals, but you tell yourself they're just campfire tales, legends to scare kids. That's what I thought, too. Until one long, lonely drive across the desert taught me that some legends are just waiting for you to get close enough, right at the edge of your headlights. On the road was just a long, black ribbon disappearing into the New Mexico desert. It was way past 2 in the morning, and the only thing keeping me company was the drone of my engine and the dashboard's lonely glow. I was heading home, bone-tired after a 16-hour haul, my mind floating in that weird space between exhaustion and being wide awake. It was one of those desolate stretches of highway where you can go for an hour and not see another car. And that's when I saw it. Up ahead, caught in my high beams, was a coyote. It was just standing there on the shoulder, head cocked, watching me come. No big deal out here, right? I spot wildlife all the time, and it never gets old, you know. I eased up, thinking it would just zip away like usual, but it didn't move. It was frozen, a statue made of fur and bone, and its eyes were glowing with this intensity that was just unnatural. They weren't the normal, soft green you see in an animal's eyes at night. They were bright, piercing, and felt way too aware. A shiver I couldn't explain crawled down my spine as I drove past. I glanced in my rearview mirror, honestly expecting it to be gone. It wasn't. It was on the road, running, and it was right behind my car. My heart hammered against my ribs. This was all wrong. I was doing 65, and this thing was keeping up without any effort. I floored it 70, 75. The coyote was still there, a perfect shadow in my mirror. Its movements were impossibly fast, unnervingly smooth. It wasn't just running. It felt like it was hunting me. The weirdness of it all curdled into this cold, thick dread. Its run was off, a weird, loping gait that was too long to stretched out for any normal animal. Its legs seemed to pull and stretch in a way that made my stomach turn. I took a sharp curve, losing it for a second. My lungs burned. I didn't even realize I was holding my breath. I frantically scanned the darkness behind me. Nothing. A wave of relief, so strong it made me dizzy, washed over me. Just a trick of the mind, I told myself. A hallucination from being so damn tired. But then I looked forward again, and the relief vanished. There it was, standing on the shoulder a few hundred yards ahead, waiting. How? It was impossible. There was no way it could have gotten in front of me. Sheer panic started its icy climb up my throat. My hands were slick with sweat. I slowed the car to a crawl. I knew I couldn't outrun it. I had to see it, to try and make sense of what was happening. As I got closer, the coyote turned to face my car, and then it stood up. It rose from all fours onto its hind legs, its spine straightening with a series of wet, sickening cracks I could somehow hear over the pounding in my ears. Its whole form started to twist and shift. The fur seemed to melt away, revealing pale, stretched skin underneath. The snout pulled back, the bones in its face reshaping into something horribly, recognizably human. This wasn't an animal. It was a Skinwalker, a malevolent witch from Navajo legend, a creature of pure evil that can steal the shape of an animal. It raised a long, spindly arm with impossibly thin fingers and pointed right at me. Then, it opened its mouth. The sound that came out will haunt me for the rest of my life. It wasn't a growl or a howl. It was the sound of a little kid crying for help. A perfect, desperate imitation designed to lure you in, to play on your most basic human instinct before it rips you to shreds. Every culture has its own stories of the things that hunt in the dark. If you want to hear more tales of terrifying encounters with the unexplained, subscribe to the channel and make sure you turn on notifications. You never know what's listening. I didn't need a second invitation. I slammed my foot on the gas and didn't look back, my knuckles white on the steering wheel. I just drove, focused on nothing but the road, until the first hint of a town appeared on the horizon. I swerved into the first brightly lit gas station I saw, my body shaking so bad I could barely stand. When I finally got the courage to get out of the car, I saw them, 3 long, deep gouges scraped into the metal of my passenger side door. My friends and my doctor said it was just a crazy dream my tired mind made up on that long, dark road, but I know what I saw. Some nights, when the wind blows just right, I can still hear a child crying faintly in the distance. And I know it isn't lost. I know it's still looking for me. Tonight, I can feel its gaze in every shadow of my room, waiting for me to look away. Will you hear it too? Smash that follow button and brace yourself for my next video, where we explore the haunted hotel room where no guest ever leaves alive. Thanks for checking out my videos. Stick around.